Hello, welcome back. The reason I'm laughing is because I've just hit stop recording, and then hit record again. Because I'm just doing this so far all in one afternoon. This is my series of where I am organising and presenting to you the issues that I've collected so far since mid 2020, something like that. Let's start off with episode 4. I think episode 4, wherever. Let's go. Alright, so we start off with issue 7 of Batman. You can tell I've been doing this for a few hours. Batman Catwoman by Tom King with Liam Sharp. So this is the issue with Liam Sharp, who usually does Batman Reptilian, which I've talked about, which I love the art of. Liam Sharp just sort of took over from Clay Mann. Actually doesn't look as different as how I thought. It's a noticeable difference in the art. It's still good. Does a really good job. I really like this story of Batman Catwoman. As I said earlier, I've collected all the issues variant covers by Jim Lee because they're really good. And so yeah, that's Batman Catwoman issue 7. I've got this Batman Fear State Alpha, which is like the prelude to the new Fear State arc in the Batman series. And yeah, there's Miracle Molly if you haven't seen her before. This is written by James Tynion the fourth again, because he's doing a lot of Batman, or did a lot of Batman at this time. Okay, so as I mentioned in the previous episode, I'm pretty sure, I've got a lot of Dynamite Entertainment comics as well. So it's Vengeance of Vampirella, and look at that cover. It's so cool. I'm pretty sure it's Ben Oliver. It's a really sick cover. It's really cool. And still going strong with Nice House on the Lake. This is issue 4. It says book 4. And so I do like how each episode has its own, symbol thing. Because there's lots of symbols in this series. So yeah, that's the issue. That's the symbol for issue 4. Okay. So here I have, I think, the third printing of the first issue of Batman 0. Fortnite crossover event series. My friend, I don't even know if I can really pin it on there, but my friend convinced me to get this. Maybe I might be completely wrong with that. I was persuaded to get this series because in Fortnite they did a bundle. If you collected all the issues, you'd get a code to have some skin in Fortnite, which I was playing at the time. And it's a cool skin. They've got some really good skins in there from these issues. So that's why I got it. I got the first issue thinking maybe it's not a terrible comic. And it's not. It's pretty good. It's not too Fortnite-y. Obviously it takes place entirely in Fortnite. I hate saying the word Fortnite. But it's still got some good Batman stuff with Catwoman as well. It's a nice little Batman-Catwoman romance again. And it's a fun comic. Now, at the time of recording, they've announced they're doing a Fortnite Marvel crossover event series in June or July. I'm not going to be getting that because I don't want the skins, I don't like Marvel, and I don't love Fortnite. So yeah, I'm not going to be touching that unless something happens, but that's not what I'm not going to be getting that. Alright, so we have another Dynamite comic. It was the first issue of Vampirella. I got this variant cover because it's Brian Boland who did Killing Joke, a fantastic graphic novel by Alan Moore, but drawn by Brian Boland, who's a really good artist, and I thought it was a good cover. Read the issue, didn't want to read it anymore. I thought it'd be like Cowboy Bebop or Firefly the show, which is basically the same thing. If you didn't know, Cowboy Bebop inspired the creation of Firefly. I thought it'd be like that. Maybe it is. I only read the first issue and it didn't hook me. Didn't want to read it anymore. Bit of a shame maybe, but yeah, that's that.
And that's that.
I don't know if this was the first Vampirella issue I collected, but it's 22. I think this is either the very ending or the very beginning of an arc. Okay, very beginning of an arc. And yeah, so yeah, that's the first issue of that I collected of Vampirella, the main series, rather than Vengeance of Vampirella. And there's other Vampirella series that I have that I'll show. Christopher Priest, he does most of the stuff for Vampirella. And I have issue 2, which I think is the only other issue I got of the Me You Love in the Dark. I didn't explain for the first issue, but it's by Image Comics. And it's about this girl who inherits a house, an artist lady, a young artist who inherits or moves into a new house, and it's haunted by this spectre ghost thing, like the spirit of the house that sort of talks to her, and they sort of make art together. I guess they fall in love, maybe. Okay, next up we have issue 112 of Batman, which is continuing the Fear State arc with Miracle Molly and Scarecrow. And also Harley Quinn does some stuff with Poison Ivy in there, which is nice. And yeah, so I've basically been collecting almost all of Batman since the Joker War. So yeah, I'll just continuing doing that. Jesus. Here's issue 3, called Book 3. I don't know who decides whether it's called an issue or a book. I think if it's like a mini series, it's called books. And if it's, you know, a long running series, it's called issues. I don't know. Someone tell me if they know. But it's Batman Reptilian. Nothing else to say. Garth Ennis, Liam Sharp. I love this series. It had 6 or 7 issues, and I really loved them. But yeah, great. Oh, look at that art, man. So good. I love it. Really good series. You must read Reptilian if you haven't before. Another series you need to read. This is chunky. Is Geiger by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Such a good series. It's just the last one or something, 'cause it's really thick for some reason. It advertises the collection at the back. Yeah, so End Geiger 1, Volume 1. So we need more volumes. I've read the 80-page giant spectacular, whatever that's called. Yeah, so I just want more Geiger. Everybody needs to get this. Everybody needs to read Geiger, man. This one is the Joker. No, yeah, Joker Presents a Puzzle Box, issue 1. I got the first issue, and I think that's all I got of it. I thought it was pretty interesting, but I didn't feel an extreme need to read much more of it. It wasn't bad, you know. I easily could have read more of it, but it's a really cool cover. I like that. Okay, so what I found here is the 3rd issue of Alien, published by Marvel, the only Marvel series that I, so far, am willing to read. And issue 1 of Alien's Aftermath, which was, it's a series they wrote about after the second Alien film, Aliens. The main thing is the main series being Alien, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. But yeah, that's the first one by Lee In-hyuk. That's how I pronounce it. It's Korean or something, so I don't know how to pronounce it. But all the covers are really sick. So there's issue 1, there's issue 2, which was by Hans, H-A-N-S. And here's issue 3, which was boarded because it was like £8 rather than £3. Really, really nice. Love the realistic look to it. Really cool, and the lighting is beautiful. Issue 4 here. Some of them I did just get the cover A by Lee In-hyuk. But that's issue 4, and then that's issue 5. Yes, that's with the the Queen, mother alien thing, which I've always loved since I watched Aliens. Really good series. I've got all of the issues so far. I'd say you should read the Alien series published by Marvel if you like Alien, or you just like that sort of thing. But it's really, really good series. And as I said, the only thing I'd read by Marvel. Next up, I have the sixth issue of The Joker by James Tarney and Guillaume March. It's another promotional cover for the Suicide Squad by James Gunn. I haven't watched Peacemaker yet, which is also by him, with John Cena, but that's supposed to be good. I'm going to watch that eventually. Moving on, I have the first issue of Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill tour. I think I got the first 2 issues of this series because my good friend who works at Raygun Comics recommended it to me because she liked it. She likes the animated series itself. My friend at Raygun recommended that I finish the 2nd series before I read this. So I've never read this, but I've got the first 2 issues of it. Get that. If you like Harley Quinn, I think it's going to be a good series to read. Next up, I have issue 1 of Vampireverse, which is another Vampirella series by Dynamite Entertainment. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of like the Batman multiverse, the DC multiverse. It's just different types of Vampirella. So basically each variant cover or each cover has like Vampirella in a different universe portrayed in a different way, and it's really cool. It's a good old series. I think there's like 6 or 7, but yeah, so a good series. Vampireverse, pretty good. I have issue 7 of Alien, which is a new arc. It's a lot more Walking Dead in that way, if you know what I mean. If you've read it, I think you should know what I mean. So I've got issue 6 of Batman Catwoman. I've already shown off issue 7, so as I say, some of them are just out of order, but here's issue 6. Again, Jim Lee doing what he does, and it's beautiful. The colours and the inks are done amazingly as well. Scott Williams and Alex Sinclair, right, so they basically, all 3 of those people work together to make this art that I love. So yeah, Batman Batwoman, dude, I can't. It's such a tongue twister of a title. Batman, Catwoman is a good series that I would recommend that people should read. And here's issue 6 of Alien, again with the Queen Alien. Continuing my collection of the Vampire Verse series, I have issue 2 here, which, as I said, it's just each cover shows Vampirella in a different universe, being a different type of vampire. This character actually joins the group of people trying to make sure the multiverse doesn't get destroyed. And then here's Vengeance of Vampirella, which, okay, so I've got 21 here, but that's the cover there I have for Vengeance of Vampirella. And here's the actual Vampirella series. This all seems really out of order, but here's issue 24. And at this point she has like this kid, which I think, if I remember correctly, is like a younger version of a guy that she sort of wants to marry, who may be like descendant of Dracula. I have issue 8 of The Joker by what's his name, James Tynion and Guillaume March. There's issue 8. I'm pretty sure that is just Guillaume March himself. Yeah, that's his signature. Here's Batman the Imposter. This is the first issue. So me and my friend who works at Raygun, we always loved this one because it was when Among Us was still like a really hit thing. So yeah, we thought the title was funny because it's the imposter, haha. There's only 3 books of this miniseries. I'm pretty sure this looks like a Lee Bermejo variant cover. Yep, it's a good odd series. It's about an imposter of Batman who's killing people and he's being blamed for it. There's only 3 of them, so it's really short, but it's good. It's a good old thing, and there's a collection, there's a paperback or hardcover of it somewhere, which is good. I'd recommend it. Is Berserker issue 5. It's double sellotaped up this time, but it was the only one I got, so I had to read it. I had to open it, but yeah, sealed it back up. Yep, Berserker. Nothing more to say. Berserker's good. Read it. I have the first issue of Arkham City: The Order of the World, written by Dan Waters and illustrated by Danny. I liked this series, but I didn't read all of it. I thought the character of the eye guy, the guy with eyes on his fingers, on the tips of his fingers, I reckon he's been in, the Batman mythos before, but I didn't know him that well. But it was pretty cool. I've got like 3, maybe 4 issues of this series. There's only 6, but I didn't want to finish it, which is a bit of a shame. I wish I liked it more, but yeah, I like that. Seeing those guys underneath, that's quite cool there. Here's another very rare special guest appearance from Marvel. I only got this. It's heavy. It's Inferno, which is one of the X-Men arcs, I think. It's one of the characters. I think it's character on this. But yeah, I got this clearly for the cover because I love Art Germ. As I said before, he's got some really cool art, and this issue's really sick. it's really really cool. I didn't realize that she's actually like got some regular skin color, but she's also blue. As I said, I don't read this. I don't know anything about Inferno. I think it's a really cool cover, and I like the pistol there. But yeah, I got it because I like Art Germ. I like this cover. So yeah, there's that. Here I have in front of me Cinnamon, which is a 3-part miniseries published by Behemoth, which is about a cat. It's like a mid-20s woman living in an apartment with a cat called Cinnamon. That's what he actually looks like, or she actually looks like. Yeah, it's a she. I'm pretty sure the cat is a she, and it's just like from the cat's perspective, and it's like when the cat goes to find the cookie jar at the top of the cabinet. He turns into this cool thing, this badass creature that like has massive fights with this, which is like the laser pointer or something like that. It's a really cute, nice little story, especially if you love cats. But it's a nice little story written and I think drawn by Victoria Douglas. This might be like her debut comic series or something. It's just three issues and they're all really nice. I don't know much about Behemoth, but this is published really nicely. Like it's a really nice material on the covers. So yeah, if I just show them all off like that. This was recommended to me by my friend who works at Raygun Comics. And yeah, that's Cinnamon. I found Joker issue 7. And it's a really nice variant cover of Punchline with like half a skull poking out. Again, Punchline isn't really in this series much, apart from her miniseries at the end of each issue that I don't read. And I like the look of Punchline. And yeah, so now so far I've shown you issues 1 through 8 of Joker out of order. Continuing on with out of order things, I found issue 20 of Vengeance Vampirella. I've already shown you 19 and 21 of Vengeance Vampirella. This is also, I'm pretty sure it's Ben Oliver It's the black and white variant, still pretty good. And then I got issue 23 of the normal Vampirella series. This is what it looks like. It's by Warren Luwu. Whatever. That's issue 23 I have of Vampirella. I guess I didn't like any of the other covers that I saw of that issue, so that's the one I got. I have issues 2 and 3 of Cherry Blackbird, which I've mentioned before is 18 plus for a very good reason. But it's a really cool series published by, was it Black Caravan? Oh, Scout Comics. The art is not impressive, but I think it suits the style. Oh, it is Black Caravan. Haha, I was right. Maybe Black Caravan is like a branch of Scout Comics. I don't really know. But yes, so yeah, Cherry Blackbird. It's good. I recommend it if you're 18 plus. I'm losing track of time, so this might be a long episode, but I'm gonna keep going until I think I've talked a lot. I have the first issue of Gun Honey, which is a really cool series by Source Point Press. But yeah, so it had some really good reviews from Stephen King and then Ed Brubaker. It's sort of like James Bondy, but like a really over-sexualized woman, and it's really good. It's actually pretty cool. There's an interesting twist towards the end. And yeah, it's a good series. I've got the rest of those issues. There's only like 4 or 5. Yeah, good odd stories. So I've got that, and you will be seeing more of that later on. Next up, I have the first issue of Deathstroke Inc. I got this because the cover is sick, and Deathstroke sort of mostly always interested me. At least I knew he was in Batman Arkham Origins. That's where I knew him like mostly from. And then, you know, he's in Teen Titans and stuff. But yeah, he's a cool odd character. Yeah, so I got like 2, 3, maybe 4 issues of Batman Inc. Batman Inc. Christ, that's the different thing. Deathstroke Inc., which is basically the same thing, but with Deathstroke. I have issue 4 of Batman Reptilian. And this is another cover by Liam Sharp. Yeah, that's it. I think this might be the last one of this episode, because I feel like I'm going on for a bit long. Maybe, I don't know. But it's Batman 113. I think it's still part of the Fear State arc, I'm pretty sure. Written by James Tunney in the 4th. And yeah, it's a nice little cover. Is this Andy Kubert? Whatever, Adam Kubert? No, it doesn't say. Whatever. Yeah, so that's 113. Right, so I've got a bunch of stuff on the floor of all the series that I still need to find more issues of from the box. I'd say we are about halfway through now. Maybe probably more halfway through because there's a lot that's not in the box. So yeah, I'm about halfway through. So I'm gonna keep doing this series. I'm probably gonna take a break now because I've just been doing this for a long time and I'm thirsty and I'm tired. But I'll probably do some more later this evening. Record some more later this evening, so everything might look less sunny, for example. But yes, thank you so much for watching episode 4. This is if you are watching, brilliant. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode 5. Brilliant. Cheers. Thank you so much. See you later.